And the biggest story of this combine coming in isn't, the first overall selection, because it's Fernando Mendoza. I think it's going to be him. He's not throwing here on Saturday. He will be at a podium on Friday, and we put our hat in the lottery ring to get him to sit down with us and when he's walking around this room here. And we do hope you appear on this program. I'm also freshly on LinkedIn, Fernando.
I started following them.
Maybe I should reach out. I did too.
I started following them the day after you brought it up.
It's my first follow.
Yeah, send him
at any rate, long story short, is usually the first overall selection is the story for a franchise that's holding that. And the biggest story involving the Las Vegas Raiders, though, is Maxx Crosby. Is there any there with Maxx Crosby being so upset with the decision makers who are still there from the previous year? Is he still so upset about being deactivated with 2 games to go with an injury that they said, we don't want you to run the risk of having a problem with for your offseason, for everything else? Is there something bigger than that? Has he told the team that he wants no part of them? That makes no sense, because he was in the facility on the day Clint Kubiak was named the new head coach. The new head coach said he had coffee with him at the facility, which is great, like the silver and black drip coffee machine, I guess, is where they had a chit-chat. Is there any there with Maxx Crosby, who says he just wants to be left the F alone? I'm wondering if the general manager, John Spytek, felt that when the subject of Maxx Crosby was brought up to him at his podium appearance in this room just moments ago.
All the trade talks surrounding Maxx Crosby, do you anticipate him being in a Raider uniform when the season starts?
I do, yes.
What has been your communication like with Crosby over the last, month or so?
Max and I have a great relationship. He's in the building every day, getting healthy right now. We talk on the phone, we text. So I have a great relationship with Max.
So, okay. MoveOn.com. I don't know if.
I don't know. I feel like we've heard similar things from GMs in the past, and then a few weeks later, that player is on a different team.
Well, he didn't say the magic words.
Right now.
At this time.
Right
now is the 2-word version of it. At this time is the 3-word version of it. I expect him to be here at this time.
At this time, yeah. He's on the roster for now.
For now. There's a for now. There's a right now.
Yes.
And there's a
future.
At this time. Those are markers that you look for.
Right.
And Spytek was wise enough to not go down that road and just say, yeah, I do expect him to be here. And maybe it's because he's going to be there. At the end of the day, right? As I have said, and I'll just repeat it one more time here, now that we're hanging at the combine together, all of us, right? That you do not trade somebody like Maxx Crosby. Stephen Jones is slated to be a Friday guest here on the Rich Eisen Show. But you don't, because you're going to be looking for somebody like him.
Yeah.
You're going to be now. Listen, the reason why Micah is in Green Bay now is different from the circumstances as to why Maxx Crosby might wind up somewhere else over the next few weeks.
Yeah, Maxx Crosby got paid. Micah was trying to get paid.
Plus, someone like Spytek and the rest of the, Raiders organization could sit down and say, we have so many holes to fill. This is a way that we can amass so many draft choices to do all that. But
that's a good point.
Once again, though, the draft choices that you amass would be to find the next Maxx Crosby.
It's not like guys like him are easy to find, right?
Exactly. That can prove out to be that guy.
Right.
And that's the first line group. That's the first group of players that we're going to see at the scouting combine. I've got my research binder from the great Jack Andrade who put this together.
Actually your research binder.
I left mine at home. I did.
Okay.
You want to call me out in front of everybody?
Wow. I mean,
I've got stuff going on, Chris.
It literally has
I got
not
stuff
your
going
name
on.
on it.
I mean, he's got
I had to do our show.
I mean,
I had to do our show. I had to do
get it.
Overreaction
I
Monday, the
understand.
podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, and the Rich Eisen Show YouTube channel.
It says Jack.
I'm just saying it doesn't say your name on the front.
On our flight out here, we were watching the Overreaction Monday on our seat back.
On the seat back.
Okay.
First of all, we're lucky we even made it here.
Understood.
You know?
All of those things happened.
Yeah.
So, mine got left at home.
Okay.
You don't have to say it, but I'll admit it. All right, we got to stop talking like this.
Great.
Should have just had Liz pack
But at
it
any
for
rate,
you.
the reason
not
why I'm
mad.
pointing this out is I'm a great team player.
Of course.
Of course.
I needed Jack to give me an extra one. But the defensive line group are the first groups that are going to be out there. And these are the guys that you would want to take a look at and say, if we trade Maxx Crosby.
Hey, that reminds me of Maxx Crosby. Hey, I like that guy.
Right there.
And plus, nobody, in my estimation, breathes and lives and personifies the concept in the 21st century, a quarter of that century in. Nobody personifies the Raider mentality and who you think is in Las Vegas Raiders than Maxx Crosby.
Yeah.
All right? You know what I mean?
I get it.
Like, he looks like he's in Mad Max. He's got 2 X's in his name. In Las Vegas, you're 1 X short of just being, home.
30? Oh, sorry.
Home.
My bad.
What's the matter with you? So, long story short is...
But 2 number 1s for the Max might be not bad.
You'd give it up. You're going to find Elliot Wolf here and say,
I'm going to look around for him and
flip
try to talk him into it.
Flip him.
Either him or the other guy we might
Your
be
first
talking
round
about.
draft choice is too low, though, pal.
Too low.
If I'm Vegas, I'm like, nah.
No, I know.
I'm trading him to somebody that's way up there, so I can have the 1st and 4th overall pick if they're the Tennessee Titans. First and
too
3rd
good this year, TJ.
I
First
say
and
that's the
3rd.
problem of being the excellent.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't do it. This
For
is
2?
the guy. I still wouldn't do it. I still wouldn't do it. No.
Okay.
Not at all. Because you're going to be looking for him. You need to build around Fernando Mendoza, right?
Right.
Now, you choose him, unless he's basically come out and said, forget it. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I don't see that.
But that is honestly, as we're walking around here, and you could see how you run into everybody
I
every
love
2
it.
feet,
That's
right? Like
great.
it's a convention here.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, happy that football's back and we're talking ball and everybody loves ball. That's number 1 conversation here. Sorry, Max. I know you want to be left the F alone. But this is basically the conversation here is what's up with you? What's up with the Raiders and you? Did you tell the Raiders you're not coming back and you're just keeping it tamped down? I don't know. Whatever it is, until we hit that new league year, or until we hit the I shouldn't even say that. Training camp is when you lost your Micah. But
Sorry, TJ.
Sorry, but
Too
sorry,
soon.
TJ.
Hashtag too
sorry,
soon.
Max. That's the story here. That's what everybody's talking about right now.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.